You. Yes, you. Welcome back to my office, everybody. JTG2020, not with our eyes, we're seeing with our minds. Look, today, I touched on it before on a couple things on meditating and self-awareness, but, let me put this banana away, that all goes to reaching your higher self, okay? We all want to be the best version of ourselves, right? Right, of course we do. So, the steps to doing that, which allows everything else to just happen smoothly, if we can just get out of our own way, like I mentioned before. You know, to reach our higher selves, we need to become more self-aware of what we're doing. And the biggest thing holding us back is our ego. Yep, the other guy in our head, because there's always two people talking in your head. One person's trying to do the, I think we can make it, I think we can do it. You know, it's like trying to run the yellow light when it's going to be red, or whatever. You know, anytime it's like trying to tempt you, right? I guess, you would say the angel and the devil type of thing. But however you want to look at it, but your higher self is always with you. We always tap into our higher self sometime throughout the day. You know, we're always using an instinctive, good judgment decision that is coming from our higher self, but then there's other decisions we make when we know we should make the other decision, but we still choose the wrong one, and that's our ego talking, and our always having to like maybe prove you're right in a conversation with somebody versus just kind of letting them feel they're right, and then you really know what's what, and you just kind of let it be, instead of you got to now put in your word and kind of put them down. And there's a bunch of different scenarios we could go into that, but so when you become more self-aware, the main thing you guys have to try is meditation. It's not like you don't have to do that. I mean, there is that, but you don't have to do that. It's just getting to a quiet space in your mind. Put in some headphones. You can listen to some like binaural beats, or you can even listen to a guided meditation on YouTube. You can go short. All it is you're going to, when you get quiet and you just sit there, close your eyes, relax, and just notice thoughts coming and going. Just notice them. They're going to be just bombarding you from everything we've learned, and random stuff throughout the day, and just randomness. Things are just going to come to you. Well, the thing is, when you're doing this, when you're meditating and that's happening, don't get hung up on any thought. And you will occasionally. You'll get hung up on it, and you'll be like, oh, crap, I'm still thinking about that. And then forget it, let it go. Sometimes I think of it as like, it's my thought is in a cloud, and it just floats by. I see it, and I just let it go. And then another thought comes, and I let it go. However you want to think of it, whatever. But thoughts are going to come, and you can't grab onto them. You just have to, okay, yep, that's that. Oh, what happened today? Oh, I had a banana and a sandwich. I made this video. Yep, past that. Don't get hung up on the questions or going into those thoughts. And those thoughts will keep coming, and eventually, and it may take, if you're new, it may take you a few meditations, or it may take you the very first one, or it may take you, 5, 10, 20 minutes into one. You just have to mess with it. You have to take the time, because it's a process, like I mentioned before. You can't just change overnight, okay? You can start that, though. What was I saying? Okay, yeah, so thoughts are always coming and going. So when you don't attach to any, and they eventually will stop coming, and it's like you won't really notice, hey, no thoughts are coming. You're just gonna, next thing you know, like 10 minutes go by, and like sometimes I'll have like an alarm set to meditate for like 15 minutes. So after I'm done, or when it beeps, I'm done. And I can go longer, and I like to go longer, but sometimes I ain't got the time. I don't always make enough time for it. But so, and when that alarm goes off, when that meditation's done, you're like, whoa, I just sat down. You got so clear. And when you're able to sit there and you feel refreshed, it's a weird kind of feeling. You're just like, it's like just a huge, just relief, like weight off your shoulders. You kind of have all your anxieties, all your worries, all your thoughts that you don't even need to worry about are all those thoughts coming through while you're trying to find your quiet space, okay? And then once those are through, it's like you just like shuffled them, deleted them, you know, and you just, you feel good. You're ready to start your day. That's why in the morning's great and the night's great. But when you are aware of those thoughts that are coming in through meditating, it'll allow you'll start to become more self-aware of what you're doing. You'll be able to catch when someone's maybe irritating you. I'm saying a lot of examples I mentioned is from me, you know, like, so if someone starts to maybe irritate you and got to you in the past, I better get to work. I'm gonna be late. So yeah, somebody irritated you in the past or whatever, maybe you would have let that got to you and then you try to retaliate. Well, that's the ego. That's the ego trying to get the best of someone else because, you know, it's like, oh, they got me, now I got to get them type of thing. Well, it don't have to be like that. You can, you know, if someone, you can feel like it's potentially about to be something about to irritate you, you can, in your head, just like when you're sitting down watching those thoughts go by, you can see, hey, I've been in this situation. Maybe in the past I would have gotten annoyed or mad or frustrated or retaliated, whatever you want to say. But this time, you know, you'll notice it. You'll notice you may be starting to get worked up. You'll notice that and you'll be like, you know what? It's not that big a deal. That little stuff like that is your higher self, okay? And that comes throughout the day. And sometimes your ego gets the best of you. I mean, that's just human nature. We can't, you know, that's going to happen occasionally. That's why we're trying to get away from that. But you'll start to, and once you do that a couple times, you'll start to become more self-aware all the time. And just because you can become self-aware, though, doesn't mean you're just going to necessarily always take advantage of that, because the easy way out is going through that ego door. You know, it almost feels like it's tougher to be nice sometimes, which sounds weird. You would think it shouldn't be, but it's just so easy to maybe make a dig at somebody else versus taking the high road. So taking that high road is your higher self. You know, you know it's there, you feel it. You just stoop down sometimes to another level with your ego where we don't want to be. So I can talk a little more sometimes about maybe exactly, you know, I can throw out some meditation links or something like that, something that I use, but yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. I feel like it has so many more benefits, but this video referring to reaching your higher self, becoming self-aware, meditation, just do it. Thank you guys. Have a good day.